This morning we gather as a community, as communities across our great nation gather to commemorate this most solemn of all occasions. For moments of silence, tolling bells, and candlelight vigils, we gather across our great nation to remember and honor the 2,975 souls who perished that day, and to honor the families of those who lost loved ones, for their 9/11 will never end. We must also stop to celebrate the courage, strength, and selflessness we witnessed as our first responders, our fire departments, our police, and our emergency personnel rushed into burning buildings to save lives, and in far too many cases, never returned. Still, we celebrate, because on that horrible day we came together as a nation, as one. We saw what we were made of, and we saw the best of who we are, and that too is part of what we must never forget, both the horror and the gallantry. 24 years ago today, the world changed forever. Many of us were not born yet, others too young to remember. Still, as a nation, we commit ourselves to never forget. Each of us old enough to remember that sparkling blue September sky that morning will forever remember where we were as the news traveled of the plane hitting the first tower. I was in a conference room in Chicago at the time, planning to leave for the airport shortly, when my assistant texted me on my BlackBerry that the airports were being closed. Convinced she was wrong, I ended the meeting to see what was happening. What I discovered upon exiting the conference room is what we all know now. Our world had forever changed. Unable to get a flight back, I decided to drive my rental back to Connecticut. And I recall vividly as I approached New York late that night, seeing the smoke still rising from the crumbled debris. It struck me at that moment, in many ways symbolized the end of our national innocence. The world grew smaller that day as we recognized that what makes our country great, our freedom, comes at a price, and it leaves us vulnerable. It challenges us to find a way to be safe without sacrificing the very principle that animates our great nation, freedom. Our story changed that day, but what did not change and will not change is the character of this nation, the character of generosity and strength, compassion and resilience. No one will ever take that from us. From New York to Washington to Shanksville, and yes, to our own small city with a big heart, where we lost 3 of our own, Michael Miller, Seth Morris, and Avish Patel. Our thoughts today are with their families. Ladies and gentlemen, to truly honor the fallen, let us learn from that day. Let us recognize that the threat to our nation comes not only from abroad, but also from within, as domestic terrorism becomes one of the greatest threats to our country. Do not allow it to normalize. Let us remember that in the smoke-darkened skies of that morning, we also saw the glimmering light of the better angels within us. We saw who we are, what we can be, and what we must constantly strive to be, a better nation. Thank you.